What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over my top 4 best mods you can get for your Jeep Wrangler under 600 bucks. These mods are going to be a great starting point if you're looking to just get a build started, or if you're adding on to a current build. So again, let's get it going, guys. Top 4 under $600. All right, guys, number 1 is something that's gonna be functional as well as give your Jeep an amazing look. It's gonna give it that off-road, rugged look, but also offer the functionality of a great modification, which is, of course, these Kbd Fender Flares. Like I said, these are made by Kbd Body Kits. They're a polyurethane, so if you hit this against a tree, it's just gonna bend. I have hit it against a tree before. It's just gonna bend, and it will not mess up any of the body or anything like that. It requires very, very, very minimal modification, and that means the only modification you really have to do is cut your inner fenders if you want to keep them, which I did just because I didn't really care about an inner fender at the time. So this was one of my absolute first mods I did. One of my favorite mods I've done to my Jeep in general is these Kbd Fenders. So they give the Jeep a super aggressive look to them. They are narrow, so if you don't like the narrow look, these are definitely not the fenders for you. But I absolutely love these things. They are starting to fade just a little bit, but that's nothing a little bit of paint can't help with. So again, just look at the stance and the look it gives the Jeep here. Absolutely love these fenders. Now the Kbd fenders come right in, I think it was about $349 to $400, depending on if there's a sale or not. So you're coming in a little under the 600 mark there, but for what you get, a set of 4 really nice fenders, you can't really beat that. I mean, I absolutely love these fenders. I've ran them on the past 2 Jeeps I've had 0 issues with them. And you don't have to drill or anything like that. You simply just bolt them right on. So it's super easy. And again, I'll post a link in the description below here for those if you want to check them out. Number 2 is something you're not really going to think about unless you're off-roading or something like that, because this is something that can break and is kind of common to break if you have the stock form of this, and that would be Chromoly axle shafts. So I have the ultimate Dana 44 front axle here, which came with Chromoly axle shafts here, but you can get them for usually right around 600 bucks. 10 Factory is a great brand if you're looking for something reputable. Yukon has a good set. I believe Nitro has a good set as well. So you can get these usually right around I would say a range of $500 to $700 for a good set of Chromoly axle shafts. I ran these just because it came with the axle, but I usually go with 10 Factory because I've had great luck with them, and they usually will warranty them for 10 years, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's 10 years. So I would highly recommend 10 Factory. I also really, really like these Ultimate Dana 44 Chromoly axle shafts. So I don't know if Dana sells those separately, but again, right around $500, $700, you're looking for a good set of Chromoly axle shafts. And what's nice about that is it's that peace of mind. It gives you that peace of mind when you're off-road knowing you have a strong axle shaft that more than likely is not going to break unless you put it under extreme stress. And do ignore the no front bumper right now. I did sell my front bumper, and I'm getting a new one this week. So there should be a video on that as well. But again, Chromoly axle shafts are a must-have if you're doing any sort of off-roading. It just gives you that peace of mind. So it's something I would highly, highly recommend, especially under the 600 mark. Sorry about the lighting, guys. Not very good here in the garage. But number 3, and this one is a huge one if you're running big tires. It's just a must-have, and that would be the rear tire carrier I have back here on the Jeep. So I'm running the Smittybilt tire carrier, and it just mounts up to the tub here. So it replaces your hinges. It gives it a stronger mounting point. I've had absolutely great luck with this tire carrier. And I know people will say, you know, oh, it's Smittybilt, it's not that good a quality. But I'll tell you right now, this thing is super heavy duty. Comes with everything you need to mount it right up. It has a lot of adjustability. And as you can tell, I mean, these are very thick brackets here. Very thick, very heavy duty. And they make it to where you don't have any sag in the back here. So this is something I would highly recommend, as well as, you know, it gives you all that flexibility, the same as the TerraFlex one does. And it comes in about $200 to $300 cheaper. So this one here came in, I think, right around, it was $350 or $400. And if you were looking at the TerraFlex one, it comes in right around $700 to $800 depending on if you get it on a sale or not. So that's not gonna be under the 600, but the Smittybilt one is under the 600. It comes in right around 400 bucks, which is not bad for the quality you get on that. That was one of the best mods I've done as far as big tires go, because if you use the stock carrier, it's gonna break or crack. Then you're gonna have a lot worse issues than you even wanna get into. So would highly recommend that. You can get other brands for under that mark, but that one's the best one I've had, so I would definitely recommend that. All right, the next one here is for those guys that are running wires to a winch, lighting, all sorts of different stuff. So this one's just gonna make your life a lot easier as far as wiring things up. And making sure you're not having a bird's nest of wires underneath your hood here. So this one's definitely a convenience one, and it also makes your life a heck of a lot easier. So that would be the S-Pod. So this is an absolutely great upgrade because it comes with literally everything you need here, and you can just mount it right up under your hood. And what it is underneath here, it has basically a bunch of different spots where you can hook up your positive and negative leads right there. And then it wires up into the cab here. Let me unlock the Jeep, that would probably help. And it wires up your switches right up here. So I have my air compressor, front locker, rear locker, light bar. So, and there's 2 more switches there that I have not used yet. So there's even more you can hook up. So that's what's awesome about it, is you have 6 switches there. You can hook up your front and rear lockers, an air locker, you can hook up your lights. My winch could go to that if I wanted it to. It's better to do that directly to the battery, but just an awesome upgrade for convenience, as well as something that's gonna make it a lot easier as far as the switch system goes, versus having a bunch of different holes under your dash for different switches. So that is something I would definitely highly recommend. The whole setup for the S-Pod, depending on if you run the switches or if you run the touchscreen, you're probably looking right around $400 to $600 for the standard setup. And that's on the high end. Or if you want to do the touchscreen one, I think that can go all the way up from $600 to $800. So I guess it depends on the setup you want. But for the basic setup, like the one I have here, you can definitely get for under 600 bucks. So I absolutely love that setup. It's been great for me as far as the switches go. Had no issues whatsoever. All right, guys, so that's my top 4 mods under 600 bucks. Now, if you watch my other video, that's the top 5 under 300. That's a great video as well. I didn't want to include any of those in here. So there's also some other mods you can get for under 600 that are great for your Jeep build. So these are not the only 4 I'd recommend. If you watch the other video, there are a bunch of other videos as well on this that I have that are also on YouTube. That'll tell you some great mods you can get for under 600 bucks. And I would like to do an honorable mention for the last one here, because this one came in right around $650. If you get it on a sale, you can probably get it for $600, but I haven't seen it any lower than that. And that is Fox shocks. And of course I already did a video on this, but these Fox shocks have been absolutely phenomenal. They've given the Jeep a whole nother ride, a whole nother flex. It's just been great to have these shocks. So I'm highly, highly impressed with these and would definitely recommend them to anyone looking to either improve their ride, improve their off-road capability, anything along those lines. These have been an absolutely great shock. So you can get shocks under 600 that are great as well, such as the Bilsteins, the Ranchos, they all come in below the 600 mark. But Fox is just unmatched in my opinion when it comes to quality, as well as the ride comfort on and off road. So again, honorable mention, not gonna include that in here because it is over the 600, no matter where you get it from really. But I definitely love those. Those have been an absolutely amazing modification, so I wanted to throw those in as an honorable mention. All right, guys, so to go ahead and wrap up the video here, we got our first one, which is the Chromoly axle shafts. Definitely highly recommended if you're doing any sort of off-roading. It'll give you the confidence as well as help you to not break on the trail, which just absolutely sucks, especially something like that. You have to take stuff apart. And it can take out a lot of other stuff. So then you got number 2, which is the Kbd Body Kits Fenders, which I absolutely love. They now have a JL version for these as well. So if you're looking for some for JL, they do have those out now. But I absolutely love those fenders, especially coming in around 400 bucks. It's a great deal. Can't pass it up. Next would be the Smittybilt tire carrier that I absolutely love. The tub mounted one, absolutely love that thing. No rattles, no jiggles, no nothing. And it can, I believe it can go all up to a 40-inch tire. So it has the adjustability if you need to adjust it, which is amazing. So definitely highly recommend that as well. And the very last one, the honorable mention, well actually no, the 4th one is the S-Pod. Absolutely love my S-Pod as well. It's made life so much easier wiring up lights, blockers, all that sorts of stuff. It just makes your life so much easier, and you have all the switches right there or inside the cab, so it makes it a lot easier. And the last one, honorable mention of the Fox shocks, which I absolutely love. I already have a video on that, so check that out as well. Absolutely great modification if you're looking to improve your ride quality. So those are my top 4 with one honorable mention, guys. I really appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Please like and subscribe for more Jeep and off-road content. I definitely have more coming now that I have no bumper here. So I do have a new bumper coming this week. So do check that out. And I might do an updated walk around as well, just because I got a few new things going on. So I appreciate you watching, guys. Hope you have a great day, and don't forget to like and subscribe.